We do not know where other people are at in their journey. We are all completely different. There's so many different personality types. There's so many different skills and abilities and gifts that make every single person different. Also, even if we take two people who are quite similar in their personality type, their gifts and abilities, their top values and priorities, everything, they still have not had the same life experience. Where they were born, where they grew up, the people that they've been around, what experiences they've had, all of that contributes and adds to a person, making every single person very unique and very different. Plus, every person is growing different things at different rates. All humans get to encounter the same things. What it's like to fail and succeed, what it's like to put in effort, what it's like to be betrayed, to be the person who betrays, what it's like to feel gratitude, to feel lost, what it's like, all the things. All people get to experience all things, and there's so much wisdom to gain on every single topic. But we're all doing it in a different order, in different quantities, at different amounts. It's like we all have a library of books, but each person is currently reading a different book, and they're at whatever chapter, whatever page they're on, or they've read 3 pages of this book. And we all have, and even if we have an identical library at our house, each person has read different amounts from different books. So even that, our experience and what our system has learned so far is very different. So that said, we have no idea where other people are at. We have no idea what their current top priority lesson is to be learning. And luckily, us and our creator do know. My system and my creator, together we are a good team that know what Emily's curriculum is, what her next lessons are, what are the most important next lessons to come up for her soul, for what she has learned and experienced so far, what her soul still wants to learn and experience, what's up next, what would be the most beneficial next lesson. And I've got my own personal lineup of lessons coming up for me and my most recent lessons, and it's gonna be different for everybody. So we can't know where other people are at, and they and their creator can know what's best for them. So things don't necessarily apply broadly, and we're not in charge of knowing what is best for other people or what is the best next step for them. But they can know that, and we can cheer them on, because we are all souls, we're all equals, we're all empowered, we all have the capacity and the opportunity to do our personal curriculum, our personal growing, soul growth, and lessons in learning. An example, someone might say, I, right now, really need to practice. I just really need to focus on not thinking about other people and only thinking about myself. I really, really need to just practice thinking about myself first before I think about anyone else. And depending on who's in this audience listening to this video right now, some of you will say, ooh, that doesn't seem right, or that doesn't seem very likely to be correct, like actually beneficial for a person. That can make you way too self-centered and selfish and etc. Which is true if there's a continuum. Someone who's been on this side, who spent decades practicing thinking only about themselves and thinking about themselves first before anybody else, probably doesn't need more practice. So that might not be a beneficial focus for them. But someone on the other end of the spectrum, say someone spent their whole life only thinking about other people and neglecting taking care of the responsibility of their own self and their own body, their own responsibilities, then that could be very true, that is their next lesson, that is their top priority, to practice that. So the same, what is really important and an important next step for someone won't be important step for everyone. And that is okay. And we don't really have a way of knowing that, but they can. So it's beautiful. We all are individuals. We all have our unique curriculum. We all get to apply true principles to our current situation and to each week and each year and how that varies. So the principle here of moving towards alignment, moving towards being in alignment with the highest good, with what is most beneficial for everyone, being in alignment, being in balance, being in alignment with truth. That is the principle at play here. Someone who is on this end of the spectrum, if they want to move towards alignment and balance, then for them a valuable focus would be to practice being aware of other people and thinking about other people and being aware of other people's experience, what's going on with them, like just being aware that other people exist and having mindfulness of that. And that could help move them towards alignment and balance. Whereas for this person, practicing thinking about themselves and being aware of themselves first would help them move towards balance. So principles are true and will stay true. And how we apply the principle in each situation can vary. Universal laws, universal truths are true, and we all get to be applying them to ourselves and whichever ones are top priority for us in each moment. There we go. It's beautiful. We don't know where other people are at, and we don't need to. Like, it's not our job. It's not our responsibility. It is our responsibility to do that for us and to do our own soul growth, and anyone in our stewardship, or that we have stewardship to be our participant for, to play a role in that, which would likely include holding space for them to learn how to identify for themselves and hear from their creator of what is right and next for them. And there's a lot of principles to learn and that help make identifying what our next lesson is easier and more clear so that we can learn it and gain it and move through it and gain the benefit of it. And that's beautiful. And there's lots of great classes and books out there with good information about that. But today I just wanted to share that we don't know where other people are at. And we don't know if what they're experiencing is success. Some people might say, for example, that gaining weight is not progress. It's a bad thing. But in the process of intuitive eating, if anyone's read the intuitive eating book, I love it, where you go off of operating from your thinky brain about how to eat and when, and start listening to the whole system and listen to your body's wisdom about what it needs, when, how much. At first, in that process, there can be weight gain from like, oh, this is new. I don't quite know how to do it. And I'm just kind of splurging, excited to not be living by rigid rules anymore. And that actually would be a success. If someone says, you know what, it feels right for me to learn how to eat intuitively, I'm going to go on that journey, get whatever support I need, read an intuitive eating book, do whatever I need, and I'm going to start doing that. And if they gain weight at first, that's totally fine, because it's a bigger victory to accomplish what their soul says is their next curriculum. And then with intuitive eating, it's beautiful, and you can balance out and find your body's thriving state. So from the outside, other people wouldn't know that. So we don't know. We don't know if someone quitting their job is, progress for them or not progress. We don't know if someone else gaining weight is progress or not progress. We don't know any of the things. And so that's okay. It's not our job to. And we can hold awareness that and just hold space for people and wish them well and love. All right. Cheers. If you have any comments or any experiences you've had or ideas of common experiences where it's more beneficial for people to learn how to guide themselves, feel free to leave it in the comments. All right. Cheers, guys. Have a great day.